It's like literally watching somebody put a house together with hammer and nails, and I'm like, hey, here's a screw gun, why don't you just use some tools? This is gonna be a lot easier for you.
Puddin, 2.5-year-old labby mix, came in originally as a stray in November, adopted out very quickly, and then surrendered for behavior issues. They saw concerning behavior with the kids specifically, where she would get growly barky whenever they would enter a room. They were doing the leave a leash on like we had recommended, and there were reasons in the home notes that we thought perhaps she was like guarding the leash. There was also a concern of like she went for a walk and got jumpy, mouthy, leash bitey, and like just really odd notes like that. So she's like our longest stay in the building now. She has successfully met many women.
How long has she been here?
Like January.
Okay. She's been here the longest?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you just bring her in, and I just want to see her in here. I want to evaluate her a little bit.
I got the gates from.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this would be a dog that would be good with a prong. Because see how bad she's choking and things like that? She's the type of dog that's like, what do I do? Where do we go? Who are you? What's this? What's that? Where's this? Where's that? What's that smell? Who are you? What do I do? Actively, as she's doing this, she's also choking herself out, which is obviously causing her to probably gas up even more. She seems friendly, but she also just seems like one of the hyenas off of Lion King at the same time. So I just want to give her a little bit more structure, because I could handle her with the leash, but given the time that we have, the most effective thing with her is just use a little bit of prong collar pressure so I can calm her down a lot faster.
I think that she is one of the ones too that we've successfully introduced her with food, but she does come in very amped like you said. And so she'll start jumping on adopters and we're like, where's that wariness of stranger when you're parkouring off new people?
Yeah, and the goal is to obviously get her a home, and we don't want her like this. She comes out like that, people are gonna be like,
I feel like this is lighter weight and tinier than I would have anticipated.
Prong collars are based off of their gauge of metal, which I have a bunch of different gauges. So it's like the thickness of this. Mm-hmm. So the 2.2, this is a 2.25, so it's gonna give you, you'll see an immediate change with her with this. She'll go, oh, I gotta listen.
Yes, hi. It's like your eyeball, sister.
Just go high and tight. So what the prong collar does, for those of you who don't know, it evenly distributes pressure around the dog's neck to allow you to have an effective pressure system on the dog. They do not cut into the dog's skin. I did a demonstration on that the other day with a balloon. I wrapped a balloon around two prong collars, and I dragged it like this with a truck, and it didn't pop the balloon. She comes out and she's like, and I need to go, hey, me. Puddin, let's go. Good. Sit, yes. So see how she yielded to that pressure really nicely? It's a safer collar to have on a dog like this because she's not choking herself out and collapsing her potential trachea. So watch how this works, guys. Yes. Good. Minimal amount of pressure, absolutely possible, is always the way you want to work with any dog. Sit. Oh, yes. Good. Puddin, sit. Yes. Good sit. All right, guys, so I'm gonna work with her the way that I would work with any obedient dog. I'm gonna keep her on my left side. I'm gonna ask her to heel. I'm gonna give her a little bit of leash pressure. Heel. Yes, good heel. Great engagement. Watch the pressure on my leash, guys. Minimal to none on the actual leash. Stay. Good. Yes, good stay. Yes, good stay. Yes, good stay. Heel. Good. So you see that Puddin came out, she's like, oh, and I go, hey, whoa, chill out. She goes, oh yeah, my bad. Good. Sit. Yes. Good. Stay.
She is a good on-camera miracle.
Yes. Good. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I would have no problem with the right people and the right person starting her to meet new people and potentially trial in new places.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so I'm gonna go over a little bit of handling 101, like the way that I like to do things. I always do left side. Left side is like the traditional handling side for AKC and obedience and therapy
That's what
dogs.
we do here too.
Perfect.
Yep.
So I usually do left side. Your communication with her is driven by your pressure on your leash. So oftentimes you'll hear me in many sessions, put your arm down, put your arm down, put your arm down, put your arm down, stop correcting the dog, stop correcting the dog. Because people just think that they're doing this and they're like, and the dog's like, so we need to watch the way I work with her and the leash pressure that I provide her with the Herm Springer, and then just I have my No Bend Dogs training leash here. So I'm just gonna give her neutral commands and just work with her like any other dog. Puddin, heel. And I'm rewarding her verbally. Good heel. Inside turn. No pressure on the leash. Heel. Yes, good decision. Good heel. No pressure on the leash. Just nice and relaxed. Sit. Good. Puddin, heel. Good. Outside turn, which is a little bit more difficult. Heel. A little bit of pressure. So with the slip, that wouldn't have happened. With the prong collar, it's like, it comes up in unity and it's a safer pressure system. I used to be an animal control officer, so I'd heavily work in shelter environments. And it was like, if you guys just put a slip leash on that dog to just stop it from jumping, this dog will get adopted tomorrow. Did a lot of those cases, and so I brought all that equipment because I think that that's a big thing.
I know that'll be important for Tabitha's team to talk to you about, because we go through that political thing where everybody's like, positive reinforcement only, well, not every dog responds to that.
Right.
You have to have different tools for different situations.
I've seen both ends of the spectrum. I've seen death over discomfort, which means never, ever punish a dog, no matter how bad they're being, no matter how many people they're trying to go after and how insecure they are because their owners won't do anything about it, and then they would rather euthanize it, get another one and try it again. Like if you have a toolbox of like, this is my toolbox filled with 8 different things versus like having 1 or 2 things in your toolbox, the only thing you're doing is limiting the dog that you're trying to save. And if your tools don't work for that particular dog, like you said, it's like, well, euthanasia or bust. And it's like, why that?
We're all really struggling with, what do you do with these dogs that have some real behavior challenges when you don't have staff that has any experience or knowledge at all of how to fix those problems?
Yeah, that's what I want to try to put into your staff or your volunteers, to just make them feel comfortable with like understanding that these dogs are animals.
It's not as scary as it seems.
And yeah, exactly. They're animals. Like, imagine just showing up to ride a horse for the first time without equipment. No, and that's the same, exactly, good luck. And it's the same thing with like new dog owners. It's like, just no equipment. It's not for every dog, that's for sure. But dogs come in and they have a really bad problem and it's life or death for them. And my ability to get in there and like modify behavior usually has to give the owners the tools that they need to be successful, because it's not about me. Yeah, I don't have to use this or that or this with that dog because I'm a professional. It's what I've been doing for a long time.
Yeah, well, I will tell you that from the shelter industry perspective, that is sorely needed. Like, there aren't behavior experts in all of these high volume shelters that can help dogs that need help.
She's very sweet. Very sweet. I think if she can possess something, I can see her kind of being bratty about it, where she's like, this is mine, or get away from me. Just judging by her personality, it's very like opportunistic, it's very spunky, it's very like a toddler on sugar, you know? Like, I feel like she's just like, yes! And I think if she takes advantage of somebody, I can see her where she'll get kind of bratty, I think. I can see her fighting too. Like, I can see her going like, don't tell me what to do during certain circumstances. You see how pushy she is on me physically? And I'm pushing her back, and at some point she might get frustrated and just like hit me harder. So this is a dog that definitely would need structure, not somebody that's like, I love this dog. Like, this is somebody that really needs structure, because she's a beautiful, beautiful dog. I think she would do great in an active home, hiking, walking, running. She'd probably be great, put her on a harness and run, 3 miles with her in the morning or whatever. I'm biased because I just love dogs, but I think she's a wonderful dog. I would just say that she needs somebody that has a backbone that can tell her no, and finding the right person to say, hey, look, she's gonna be your absolute best friend, but if you let her take advantage of you just a little bit, she's just gonna keep dragging line like a marlin on a deep sea fishing line. And you could handle her with the slip in certain circumstances or in most circumstances, but when you get a dog that's coming out that's just like, here I am, and they're choking themselves out, the prong collar, as you guys saw, is gonna be like, oh, okay. And then releasing her and letting her be Puddin and be a dog and run around and be crazy. And all you have to do is just take the leash off, let her run around, get her zoomies out, put her back on, bring her back in.
But as far as an introduction with a strange guy,
Oh,
I mean,
Oh yeah.
hello.
Guy with a hat on him.
Hey baby. I think the difference between me and like that other guy that she may have not done good with or historically doesn't do good with is the structure I gave her. She came in, she's like, I'm gonna tell you what to do. I'm like, hey, let's just go. Let's just work this out. We're together. And she goes, okay, cool. And now we're buddies. It's not magic, it's just knowing what to do with a dog like this to say, you know, if she came in like she did on the slip and I just let her do whatever she wanted, she's gonna keep picking on me. And then I was just like, hey, let's add a little structure. The prong collar is gonna be safer for her in this scenario because she's not gonna, you know, bang, bang, bang at the end of the leash. And you can graduate from this. I could put the slip on now and walk around, she'd be fine. I'm just saying, like, not everybody that's gonna potentially adopt this dog is gonna be a professional dog handler. The tools that I use with my clients and shelter dogs are again gonna be like, why not? It's gonna be easier, it's gonna be more efficient. The dog owner is gonna have less stress and less headache of trying to be a professional dog owner as they're juggling with kids and a job and trying to walk this dog or whatever. So anyway, so definitely a game changer. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. No Bad Dog Army, we are strong and we are moving fast. This is KC Pet Project, you guys. Link in the description below for donations, any adoption information on any of the dogs that you've seen. These shelters need you so bad. These dogs wake up, these cats wake up every day without a home and they are desperate for a new home. So if you're interested in fostering or adopting a dog, click the link below for the KC Pet Project. And I encourage anybody out there to get out there, help another dog that needs help. And of course, subscribe to my channel. We put videos out like this every single week. I appreciate you. Talk to you later. Peace.